So you good evening, everyone. So we are on to session 4, and today our topic that we will be discussing is LT coping skills for stress. Miss Roshana, Miss Roshana will be my co-facilitators for tonight's session. Miss Roshana, is there something that you'd like to say?
Um, No, that's it for me until we get into the meeting.
Okay, great. So before we go on into today's session, I just want to remind everyone that it's a safe space and this experience somehow feel that we matter and that there are other ways in which we can cope instead of in a negative way. So stress is something that almost everyone experience. It can come from school, work, family responsibility, finance, friendship. We have relationship or even pressure we place on others, on ourselves. So sometimes stress can come up as a motivation to complete tasks. But when stress becomes overwhelming and unmanageable, it can begin to affect our emotions, thoughts, sleep, even when we sleep, concentration, behavior, and even physical health. So today we're going to talk about openly about stress, unhealthy coping habits, healthier way we can manage difficult emotion and situation. So if you can describe for me stress in a color, what color would you use?
I'll be using dark.
Red.
Green.
Okay, can you explain why you use that color? Can you say why you choose that color?
To me,
What
dark.
is it? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Mhm. Dark shows no emotions. It have no delight in it. So I that's why I would choose that.
Okay, Miss Elizabeth, thank you. Anyone else?
And how we would say Guyanese terms, like when it rain, it pours. There's exactly what gray represents. When it's raining, stress is too much.
For me, the reason why I choose red is like the same thing when when people upset, like say, oh, all I see is red. And I will use black because I kind of like black. I will say the dark is true, but it's say, oh, everybody just get me vexed. I just see red all day.
Understand.
Or, or at any time which in a situation where somebody upsets you, say, right now it's fully dark. You think dark?
Yes, I heard that term before. Things dark.
For that,
Things dark. Yeah, for me personally, what I would say is that stress is the body and mind. It's basically body and mind reaction to if you're pressure or in difficult situation. It's something it's normal at a rate, but if you go over it is not LT. So when stress becomes constant or overwhelming, it can negatively affect daily functioning. And what are some negative ways it can affect us?
We can have anxieties and mood swings. That's two of the, I would say, the main ways stress can affect us. Because if someone stress you out, then if you are in a happy mood, your mood would change instantly.
Mm-hmm.
the crying easily. I had an experience when we did our first video. I felt happy at least one down. And when I approached to see that my video was not saved, I get this overwhelming angry and I just start crying. I won't lie to you. I just left, shut down the computer and just go lie down and cry it out. And that's when I decided to text you at what time and said, you know what? My session gone.
Well, as for me, I get very irritated. Is like when, especially when it comes to academic wise, and when like things not going or not getting the asset.
assignment done or trying to study and nothing is thinking like I want nobody come and talk to me. Me want nobody touch me. I just get so irritated at that point.
Understand.
Oh,
Miss
that's true.
Miss
And I
Rose?
think that's an experience that we face as a group.
Yes, very
Especially if people feel stressed if you're a part of a group that group members don't like to participate too. So that's another reason someone can feel stressed.
yes. For me personally, I would have experienced that last semester. No name, no warrant. Yes.
True.
I whereby I did the work.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the person, it's not related to anyone in this group. I did the work. um, the person, the person that worked with me, I sent it in the group. They take everything, switch it over, send it in, and we were marked for AI. And it took a toll on me because it said, you know what? I should have left it from the beginning because why put myself through so much to get it done and then went ahead and changed everything and made me lose mark. And in the end, it affected my grade because I lost A by a point. Because of it, because we got, I think it's 5 point something marks out of, I think it was 15 the course it would go for. I can't recall. But I lost the grade because even though I worked hard in the final the mid semester, I still didn't by 1 point because we were marked down fit. So that was my difficult time in coping with it. It was unbelievable for me personally. So what are some behavioral signs when it comes to coping with stress?
For me, that would be the change in appetite because if I'm really stressed about the situation, I can be a very picky eater at times. So when I'm stressed, most of the time my family member would know because I will leave my food there and just stay in my room most of the time thinking about it, how to deal with that situation.
Okay, fair enough. Miss Elizabeth?
For me, I go into isolation. I feel like I'm like that bear and I just need to go and isolate myself and then come again. And that's why sometimes as a group, some persons might not hear from me. I just isolate completely.
As for me, I would say, like how Miss Elizabeth said, she's isolate. I shut down. I don't want to have nobody. Like, just give me a couple of days. Let me catch myself, and I'm gonna come back to you.
Mm-hmm.
Understand. Miss Ola?
And to me, I get tired. It's like when the stress comes, it gets like so tired with everything. It's like you just want to give up on everything. It's like you don't get the strength to do nothing. I
Put
just get
out the
tired.
assignments and go and sleep it off and come back fresh.
That's true. That's so true. Like the other night when I told you that I was supposed to when I was supposed to record my part, I was having a headache early in the day. And by mean it's on me that oh I didn't finish this part and we have other assignments to get done. The headache continue getting more severe and I couldn't have helped myself, but I had to go and lay it off because I think I would have exploded if
But
I had pushed more.
sometimes people don't realize stress is affecting them until their behavior start changing. For
Mhm.
example, what Elizabeth mentioned earlier. Sometimes, like how she would normally communicate, she start to isolate herself from people around her. So she become easily frustrated. And that's one of the thing that stress does to our behavior and our physical appearance also.
Understand. Is there anything else anyone would like to say? Okay. So would you say that is a positive or a negative way in coping with stress?
For me, there are positive ways and negative ways, but everyone cope with stress differently. For me, a positive way is just staying in my room on my phone because I don't want to have a conversation with somebody and then I might say something that I might regret later. So that's
Mhm.
one of my way of coping with stress. Just leave me, let me take a minute and just settle.
For me, I would think that on my end that it's healthy because if I do not isolate myself, I will be angry. I'll want to lash out. And I only live with my husband and my three children, and I know that if I don't isolate myself, I will cause hurt to my children, especially my children. So I believe the isolation is healthy for me.
Well, I might gotta start isolate myself before I go to jail because
I honestly, I've known for myself, I have anger problem. You might see me look calm and quiet. I talk, yes. But when certain boundary pass or I'm feeling something, I know that I need to just be quiet. Most time I go into the quiet zone because I don't want to lose who I have tried hard to become. Because before I was really terrible in social work, this course that we're doing have really helped me a lot through healing, the healing process.
Miss Rose?
Well, as for me, I just have to like, should I say, like I said earlier, sit down for a minute because I don't have control over my mouth and my facial expressions. And if you keep bothering me, like something already, I'm already upset, and you keep bothering me, and I don't stress, whatever comes to my mouth, you're gonna get it. And most time in work too is like, you just go to work. Some days you go to work and this one co-worker is just done you.
Your
So sometimes
nerves, yeah.
I would go to work, I wouldn't say anything, and just go do what I gotta do and go about the day. Eventually during the day, you're gonna ease off. Like you're not gonna be like ready to talk again, but yes, I just gotta go and take a minute. I wouldn't say it's a healthy thing to do because sometimes we've got to put aside the little stress and go about our day because we have with our job, we gotta deal with people. So it's like we can't always shut out them.
Yes,
it's a
until
healthy thing to do
for
because
me,
like
go ahead.
I was off on the weekends, right? Due to class and practicum thing. So permission was granted for me to be off. So when I go to work on Monday now, this one coworker, he's be like, Charles, like you didn't want to come to work. God knows I gonna stand up and I gonna shoot because I don't want to react in no type of way that might sound disrespectful because um he's one of my superiors. I don't want to answer and then I get in trouble. So sometimes taking a minute to yourself works very well for me.
That's true. However, for me personally,
You could
where I work, I think they test you and they go overboard. And it's either I go to the washroom. I know it's not something that's gonna permanent fix it, but I know it's temporarily gonna fix the situation I'm in. They test you to a point whereby it's either you answer or you just go and breeze out. You go in the washroom for 50 minutes, 20 minutes. That's how I cope with it in the work
Mhm.
because I'm not being racist. I'm like the only African person at work where I am. And for me, everything has to pass through me. Every single thing has to pass through me. So when the manager, the boss, I'm working with two brothers, one overseas and one in Guyana, both bosses. So I'm basically running two companies at the same time, two different names. So when both of them are on you, it after a period of time it takes a toll on me. And instead of me lashing out, I tend to go to the washroom and breeze out, even though I know it's not something permanently is gonna fix it. And I know one day I'm gonna explode out. I'm trying my best not to explode because I said to myself, I'm here for a reason, and that's my reason is work, get paid, and go home. Or get pay and go home. Not to, but mentally it do take a toll on me. And that's why I get coming into the part we're saying what we're using to cope stress. Is it a temporary fix or a permanent fix? Do we think we can change the way how we cope with stress? Because some of us use negative to cope with it, and some of us going into the positive way. What are your thoughts on it?
For me, I believe stress is something that we'll always have to face. And as you said, it's either we deal with it negative or we deal with it positive. And some of us, we might see going to sit in the washroom as being a negative way, but actually it's a good thing, because one thing I've learned is that we as a person, we know ourselves. That is one thing. People can tell us, I think you're this, I believe you're this, but we know ourselves. We know our limits and we all have our values that actually guide us. And many a times as we might be in workplaces, we have to deal with persons, we try not to cross those boundaries. Right?
That's
For
true.
instance, you might say, okay, before I lash out is either go to the washroom. And I would see that as being a very healthy mechanism or coping mechanism instead of being disrespectful. Because for me, I'm very outspoken and I work before with persons. And I could tell if you don't like me, I'm gonna tell you straight. If you don't like me, don't come around me. I'm working it because I gotta get money. You understand? And that's how I move forward. And something just gotta let people know the boundaries. And you keep your boundaries.
Sometimes they just overdo this, push you too much.
I don't know. My sister was at me and she was like, Liz, I can't wait when I go be 30 like you. And I could just pick up my mind very freely. I said, I said it take a lot. It take a lot. Because
Yeah.
this process is like, you know what, let me hold a peace. And then you realize that when you reach a certain age, what's the sense in holding peace? Because you just make yourself more miserable.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Miss Oler? Miss Rose, do you want to add?
Okay, so for me, I wouldn't say isolation is a bad because it's saving you and the person at the same time. Because if you don't go and take a minute, if you don't go to the washroom and just breathe, or you just don't not respond to that one coworker, that one person, it's gonna help you. Because let's say you respond, you them getting a whole altercation, you probably have to go home, get sent home couple of days, they might check out money for your paycheck or whatever. And we don't want that. So I wouldn't say taking a minute is a bad, but it probably should have a different way around it. Because you're not supposed to not respond to your coworker, not respond to somebody talking to you at that set time.
Yeah,
No.
and I kind of agree, but just to bump back on track, guys, remember we're focusing on academic. So I feel like, when we have these group assignments and so on, right? We come across a lot of people and we don't like they stress us to this point that you don't like want to do nothing with them. You want to talk to them. No, it's like you fed up talking. So for me personally, isolation can be a negative and a positive thing because when you isolate yourself, it's like you're not really like confronting that issue with that person in some kind of way. So it's going to keep repeating itself, repeating itself, repeating itself. Sometimes isolation does make us look weak. So as students now, it's like isolation is not always gonna be the best option. Is either we talk it out or go to some teacher or something to know like we fix this as a group because this is how the whole group in speaking in a group term, this is how the whole group like end up failing because of this isolation thing. Nobody wants to talk to each other, everybody isolate themselves. And this is how this would cause not just failure for yourself, but a whole entire group. So at the end of the day, it's important how we make our choices when it comes to academics because it don't only affect us, but it can affect the people around us. And it don't only affect the people around us, but it can affect us. So I think that it's a positive and a negative thing.
Understand.
That is
So
true.
what?
I agree with Miss Ola because sometimes we needed a break, and then sometimes indeed it can affect our group members. Thank you. Okay.
Yes. So what are some healthy ways we can cope with stress, academically wise, and you can say work wise as well?
Um, Taking a moment to talk to someone that you trust about what's happening. And you can also journal. Like it's not sometimes it's not always good to talk to somebody because in my opinion, hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, in my opinion, a friend has a friend. So by journaling, that's your own private space to cope with your stress instead of just isolating yourself all the time. Because isolation can be unhealthy because people won't know what's happening with you exactly.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
For me, I isolate because I've realized that not everybody that say they they care really care at that time.
Well, for me, I think like within every week, I should dedicate a day for myself, do something that I like just to give me a restart and before like I go into another week, just a day for myself so that I can catch myself.
Okay, so I have a scenario. Okay, we're in groups of 10. Let's use our practicum group that we worked for with Miss Barbara. Some persons were cooperative when it comes to going to the home, going to the session with the younger folks, teaching if you had to do like a topic within the session that you would have carried out as a group. Some persons cooperate while others didn't. How did you cope with that situation, knowing that there are other teenagers and individual around? How did you dealt with that?
Okay, so for me, when my group, we all cooperated, but you can get that one individual that, how to put it, that think, okay, what they say must go.
Mm-hmm.
And most times it don't always be beneficial for the group, but only for them. So if you say something like, oh man, we shouldn't do this, we should do this, it's always be a problem. Say
Well,
like even though they're gonna cooperate and do what they gotta do, it's always that one person trying to be the dictator.
well, my group had that's one of that same person. So we had to take the children, the children to the children home. So the group member was like, "Oh, the bus leaving at 10:30." I got there at 10:05. Mind you, the bus left already. So when we got onto the person, the girl was like, "This bus ain't waiting on nobody. We going." Mind you, it's not even 10:30 as yet. And then the sad part is Miss Barbara, she showed up unexpected and two-person was left behind while everybody else went to the park with the children. So from my understanding, I think every group have that one person that's just trying to mess up everything for everyone.
For me,
Yes, yeah.
we had
Go
we
ahead.
had like that. We had our share of challenges, and our group was 10, but because we had five very good friends in our group, the other five, which would have been myself and others, we were at the back burner. And as you would have said before, when you have ideas, it become a problem. Or even when you speak up about something, it becomes a problem. But it's okay when somebody from them that other five behave or act out of character. And most of all, we were there not just as students of university, but future social worker, and we should have been able to handle stress and conflict in a better manner. And up to now, up to this day, we and most of them from that group have not really connect back to them anyway. It's really high and by, or if it's really necessary for we have to speak with them.
Miss Ola? So how did you guys like cope with it? Did you guys sit and had a discussion about it? Did you confront the situation? How did you dealt with it? Because remember at the end of the session we were supposed to solve all mishap that we had within the group and any miscommunication and stuff like that. So
My
how did you how did you
my coping, I just don't. I just what should I say? I doesn't tell the person anything, and like the next, like they made friends with this other person in the group, so like them too, and only they could say what should happen or whatever. So like whenever they say stuff in the group, I just be like, okay, fine. If that's what y'all want to do, let's do it. I ain't able to back and forward and the bickering. So most what I did was just go along with the group. Once it's beneficial for the group, I'm gonna go along with it. If it's not, I'm gonna say something about it. And just not have no type of conversation with them other than in the group or for the group.
So what that you do in a case, right? So you're in a group. You guys did the lecturer give you a theory to work on, and you did the theory. And the one group member, she keep reaching out to the group, asking for different contribution. She even went as far as creating a group, a Zoom link to so everybody could do the role play. And when she created the link, everybody did not join. And so she went ahead and completed the assignment with the person that was willing to work along with her. What would you have done in that situation? Would you do the assignment by yourself or keep texting in that general group, asking people to contribute?
Okay, so my opinion on that, all right, if I reach out to the group 4, 5, 6 times, and I realize that, only one person responding or two persons are responding, by all means, even if I'm in that group and I'm not responding, by all means, go ahead and do your assignment because it's clearly that it's beneficial to only these sets of people. Only these sets, that's beneficial. Only these sets of people is interested in doing the assignment. Because for me, I wouldn't want to be in no group and you're texting and you're messaging and nobody responding, and the time is coming down for the assignment to go in, and then you got hustle and bustle to get the assignment done. Even if I'm that person that's not responding, by all means, go ahead and leave me out of that assignment. That's me. For me.
Agreed. For your response.
To me, the thing is that we've had lecturers have said, oh, if that person didn't do anything, just don't put them in. So for me, I would have go ahead and justified by what my lecturer said because they have no concern when it comes to the grade.
Exactly.
Right? They don't see the importance of the grade. So I would definitely go ahead and do it. But on the other side, the human side of me, many a times I realize that, you know what, it don't make no sense. But in
It's
that
true.
case, there was a role play, and the due time was near, and it had to be done. And the person did the right thing by saying, "Look, I reached out to the group, and they never respond." And that's the most immature thing to me for somebody that going usually to who don't have the phone in their hands to see that a message come through.
Well, remember, everybody, don't, yes, you get your phone in your hand, but yet you see the
Yeah,
message,
but you
you
don't
still
be on
choose
your phone
not to
because
respond.
You see the
Yeah.
message, you hear
and
the
not only that,
you see.
You see the
I
message.
would understand with that. In some cases, it could be that this person probably job is very demanding. Like, you can't, because like for me at work, the only time I could really be on my phone is at lunch or later down in the afternoon till probably like minutes to 3 when there's not much to do. Even that at that time, you still have stuff to do because when you still get people coming 24/7. But like you can still at least stick in a message, oh, I'm like busy. I will, try to respond at the time. But then I guess some people that just don't respond and just don't care.
And indeed, and to me, in every group, there is somebody who's always sending a message. And there, when you open the chat, they're trying to catch up, trying to respond. And something them might say, I already sent that thing, but then you done send about 20 voice note, and some of them about 3 minutes long. So that become a struggle for me, and I just respond to the ones that I said, all right, I ain't able no more.
That's important. That's true. So, okay. What is one unhealthy coping habit you would like to improve? And what would be one that you would like to reinstate? Like to put there to take out the bad one?
Um, for me,
What?
I want to start walking because I don't know, I just want to do something different from what I'm accustomed to. Isolation is my main thing that I do. I would try to probably talk more, or reach out more to somebody who might be able to listen.
That's good. Miss Roshana?
For me, I think I would try to avoid ignoring my coworkers when I'm feeling stressed. Because if I'm going to go to work and I'm not in the mood, like, please don't talk to me until I catch myself. So that's one unhealthy style I want to change.
Miss Daniels?
For me, I would, okay, so one method I would try to do is probably get out more instead of isolating myself. In cases like if I don't feel like talking, I would probably go for a walk or something. Right now, one of my main goal is to start going back to the gym to not be that much stress, to take off some stress off of me, work out the stress.
Yes, to add to that, well, I started my gym journey yesterday, and as much as it pains the body, it helps mentally.
Yes. So
It
one
helps
positive coping
mentally.
method I want to start.
Yeah, prepare for summer, so go to the gym.
Yes,
I
it
need to,
helps
I need to
mentally.
hit the gym, but I ain't promise you by drinking no zero Coke. You try that.
It helps to lower the amount of calorie you use in your system. Instead of
Like,
drinking the calorie you eat the
can't
calories.
low calorie. Like, right now, I need the calories, so yeah, I could go and lower it if you want.
Okay, so today we discuss what is stress, signs and effects of stress, how we cope with stress, healthy stress and bad stress, and the importance of emotional self-care. So we had a bit of self-awareness because with that we can improve and be able to acknowledge our habits. And with being able to acknowledge our habits, we can get to improve our stress. So with that said, Miss Roshana, would you like to say anything before we end the session?
Yes. Just remember that it's okay to ask questions. Take break when you feel like it. Go on dates. It don't have to be like a couple dates. You can go solo dates. Um, Prioritize your emotional well-being. Small healthy habits practice consistently. You can make a big difference over time. I just would like to say thank you everyone for participating and sharing with us today. That shows that I know some of you guys release your stress here by speaking about it. Yeah, and that's it for me.
Thank you very much. Elizabeth, you want to end the session?